That year was very crucial for me because it was like 4 year completely. I was exhausted.
But you have given so many years for the preparation. Do you have any regrets?
In that failure journey, I learned a lot about not the syllabus but about myself.
You don't need the motivation when you are in love with something, right?
It doesn't matter like if you are college going out, if you are college passed out, if you have a gap of like 5 year, 2 year. Skill matters. If you have skills, you are welcome.
I mean, for a long term goal, these short term sacrifices are sometimes justified.
Motive was that we will learn together, we will grow together, we will build together.
Even 10 certification would not be sufficient if you don't do the hands on. So it's time that you
Right.
do the self analyzation. It's time that you look into yourself and see what it is that you are missing. Hello, Akshay. Welcome to the channel. I hope you are doing good. How are you?
Hey Pius, thank you so much. I am good, doing good, and super excited for being here.
Yes, like we have been trying to get a times match for this podcast, but because we are in totally opposite time zone, it's never been a good time. But finally, we agreed, and I know you have to rush to your office. So, without wasting any time, we'll just start with the podcast. So, why don't we start with your introduction in your own words?
Sure, sure, sure. First of all, thank you so much for inviting me, and it is a great opportunity for me to discuss with you. And since from my starting, I just watched your videos on YouTube and learned a lot from you. So it's good for me to have you here and in your podcast. So, hello everyone. My name is Akshay Kumar, and I have done BTech with mechanical branch, and currently working as a DevOps engineer and also founder of Growing Community.
So, Akshay, why don't we start with your journey into being a DevOps engineer? Like, when did you pass your graduation, and when did you started working as a DevOps engineer?
Sure, sure, sure. So I just passed 10 years ago, and my journey is totally different. I didn't listen about this like to someone other have this type of journey. So it's interesting to share that, and many people just can learn that if I can do it, they can also do it. So I just passed my BTech in 2014, like 11 years ago.
Okay.
Okay, and that time I was doing BTech with mechanical branch. So in final year, I decided to prepare for government exams. Many people
Okay.
just know about UPSC, IAS, and IPS.
Hmm.
So at that time, I have no intention to go into IT sector, but only civil service exam to work for the government organization.
Hmm.
So just I started that journey, and if you allow that, I can share that journey also. But that's
Yes, yes,
totally.
definitely. That's why we are here to share your journey so that others can also take inspiration from it. Please go ahead. Yes, it's all yours.
So my motivation for UPSC exam came from my parents. Like my father was working for Indian Police, and he most of the time he used to tell me the story of IAS, PCS, and other officers. So I got fascinated at, and I decided that why not to make dream of my parents, like I become a civil servant. So I decided that I will prepare for this toughest exam, one of the toughest exam of India. So in final year, I decided कि after completing my BTech, I will prepare for that. And
Okay.
in 2014, I just finished my exam and just came to Delhi to prepare for civil service exam,
Hmm.
and did coaching for 1 year. Like people used to do coaching for 1 year, 1.5 year, and to
Hmm.
complete the syllabus.
Hmm.
Until then, I just prepare, and first attempt I attempt in 2015. So it was my first attempt. So I just realized how difficult paper is. So I thought it may take more time
Hmm.
to clear or something like that. So I just keep going, and from starting like one attempt, two attempt, three attempt, four attempt, it was like 4 year. I didn't realize ki one more college time just passed in the preparation, like 4 year
Yeah.
of college in BTech and 4 year of preparation. So almost I spent like 4 year again in the preparation at that time,
Okay.
2015 to 2018.
Okay.
So then I took pause that I think what happened, I'm not getting clear in this exam since then. And what happened then, I take pause and I analyze my all the study and things that where I'm doing wrong and all. So
Hmm.
I also took mentorship from my teachers and coachings, and I talked to my friends that what
Hmm.
I'm going wrong.
Mhm.
So I decided to not give exam in that year. Like next year, I will
Okay.
do other things like self analyzation and proper detailed study, and where I can
Mhm.
get the proper strategy.
Mhm.
So then I decided to take a mentorship program in Delhi
Mhm.
from the other coaching institute, where I can
Mhm.
get properly guided teaching and weekly test series. So I
Mhm.
decided that, and with the that year was very crucial for me, because it was like 4 year completely I was exhausted, because
Mhm.
I'm not getting clear, and
Yeah.
totally like too much pressure from the family and other friends also,
Mhm.
relatives. So I decided that whatever I have to do, I will do in this attempt, because I
Mhm.
am thinking that I will give last attempt this year,
Mhm.
because totally too much time there.
Mhm.
And that time I used to go to the my coaching and ask to my teacher that where I'm doing wrong and all, and
Mhm.
he just used to guide me properly, and I decided to take test every week, so that week by week I can improve myself. And there was a program of like test series for 1 year for
Okay.
weekly. So what I did that time, I just prepare a chart and just paste on my wall in the room.
Mhm.
And there was 50 student in my class, so I
Mhm.
used to track my progress, that where I'm going. So
Mhm.
in the starting of test series, I was less 40 45 rank out of 50. So
Mhm.
I just thought, okay, this rank should be increased one by one by one. Okay,
Mhm.
I have to move toward first rank.
Mhm.
So week by week, that I tracked my progress, and I came in under 30 student, I came in under 20, under 10, lastly under 5 also.
Okay.
So it was like it took 6 months again to come at that rank,
Mhm.
and everything was going well. But what happened then, last 4 months, just before exam, last 4 months was very crucial for preparation. And at that time I decided to take a daily test series in the
Okay.
7 a.m. morning. Like
Mhm.
it was winter, February winter,
Mhm.
and 2020. And I used to wake up early and used to go to the coaching at 7 a.m. for
Mhm.
a 1 hour test.
Okay.
And just 2 week passed, everything was going again well. But you may know in 2020 there's just COVID came.
Oh yeah.
Okay,
Mhm.
and that that was very different. Like the government just said that okay, coaching institute will close and everything, the lockdown will be there. So
Mhm.
very different condition was there. Then
Mhm.
test series, just that I cannot go to the coaching, that I decide, okay, just let's be in the room and study by self.
Mhm.
So that time again, I used to study most of the time library and sometime in room and coaching.
Mhm.
So again, tremendous scam, and this happens. My parents just told me that come back to home and don't stay in Delhi, because news are coming that
Mhm.
so 100,000 cases are coming on the daily basis.
Mhm.
So I was very like staying that with my point, that I have done lot of strategy, lot of preparation for this exam. I will not go home without exam. Okay, so but everyone was worried for me. Then after 2 months, just when government said that okay, UPSC exam will not be happened, it will
Mhm.
be postponed because of COVID.
Mhm.
Then I thought, okay, now it's time to go home, because my parents are saying again and again that exam is not more important. Your life is very important. You can get exam
Sure.
next year also.
Mhm.
So I just exam shifted from June, May to October. Then I went to home, and it was like 4 months again for
Mhm.
preparation. So I just went home and prepared that. But that flow was not there at home, because every member are there and different things are there. Here I was studying in my room alone,
Mhm.
and
Yeah.
totally different environments.
Mhm.
And for exam again, I came to Delhi in October.
Mhm.
So I gave exam, and after 1 month result came, I didn't clear again. I failed.
Mhm.
Okay, so that time it was very like sad moment for me, that after so much things I
Mhm.
worked very hard for this time, and I
Mhm.
was thinking that it would be my last attempt.
Mhm.
But who can just do, when God plan for you something, you cannot change that.
It was your fifth attempt, I believe.
Yeah,
Which
yeah, this was my fifth attempt
okay.
in 2020.
Okay. Yeah, please. And how many total attempts are there?
Total attempts for 8 attempts are there for
Okay.
OBC category, and for general category 6 attempts are. But my category is OBC, so I can give
Okay.
8 attempts. But 8 attempt, going for 8 attempts is too much tiring, because you you have to do other things also in life.
True. Yeah. You have already given so many years to the preparation, and okay, okay, please carry on. Go ahead.
Yeah. So that time it was very sad moment for me that again in fifth attempt I could not clear. Something happened, COVID and
Hmm.
all. Then
Hmm.
I thought, I discussed with my parents and my brother and my friends. So I thought, okay, I will give one more attempt, but not for UPSC. I will give one more attempt for state PCS. State
Okay.
PCS exam is just similar to the UPSC, that is central level, and this is state level.
Okay.
Totally. With that exam, people used to go for the SDM rank, that is lower than
Hmm.
IAS,
Hmm.
DM, and SDM. And so I thought, okay, let's take one more year
Hmm.
because state PCS exam are a little bit easy rather than central exam.
Hmm.
So again, I prepared for 1 year,
Hmm.
and but the things were there. COVID was again in the next year, so
Hmm.
tremendous, like things were not proper suitable for
Hmm.
things. Coaching was closed, and I used to study in library. Library were also closed.
Yep.
So I worked very hard,
Hmm.
whatever. Then I gave exam, and again I just missed that exam with a couple of marks. So
Hmm.
after 2022, like it was 2022,
Hmm.
again I missed. And when result came after the exam, then I was like totally break down from my from within, that
Hmm.
what happening, like so much here and there's no hope of positivity. So
Hmm.
totally different time was for me. Like I have no speaks, no words to talk to my parents, to my
Hmm.
friends, to anyone. Like I was just totally silent that what will I do,
Hmm.
because the things was very, I was working like, totally like 6 7 years you are working and you're not getting positive things. So it was
Yep.
totally different time.
Okay.
Then I took break. Then I told, okay, I will not go with this exam. I will switch my career. I will do something else, whatever.
Hmm. Hmm.
Then I talk to some peoples and friends, and then analyze what field is good for like me. So I analyze that after taking break 1 or 2 months, I just like talk to many people. That then I realized, okay, cloud computing and artificial intelligence and this data engineering is our boom at that time. So I was just got interest in cloud computing.
Hmm.
So I
So
started with that, and my, yeah,
this was 2023, I believe. Which year was it?
2022,
2022.
2022.
Okay. Hmm.
Yeah. So that time, then my parents also said, my brother just suggest me to just prepare or do job in some other field, and
Hmm.
whatever you like, you just go for that. So
Hmm.
they also just talked to their friends who was working in the cloud computing field, and
Hmm.
so I just talked to him. So I thought, okay, they suggest me that do a certification of cloud computing, and at
Hmm.
least you can take entry in the IT sector. Okay,
Hmm.
so I thought, okay, Microsoft Azure 900 certificate was there, that is
Hmm.
initial level.
Hmm.
So
Hmm.
I prepared for that, and 2 3 months I just cleared that exam. And this happens like in this way I started my journey in IT sector.
Okay,
So I was
that's
very happy after clearing this exam that after years I didn't clear any exam, because totally
yes, a
different
little ray
and
of
that I
hope.
cleared.
Yep, yeah. A little
Yeah,
ray of
exactly.
a little ray of hope is what we need, and sometimes it is our biggest motivator. Sometimes it just tell us that yes, things will happen. You just have to keep the patience. You just have to keep your head down and keep working, keep learning whatever is it that you are doing. But you have given so many years for the preparation. Do you have any regrets that I could have done something better with my time, or I could have saved these many years and I have been settled by now? Any regrets?
I don't think so. I have regret, because regret was there if I didn't prepare well. If there were some things which I think that I didn't prepare well, but I don't think I work very hard. I give my 200%.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And in that failure journey, I learn a lot about not the syllabus, but about myself. That what is failure, what is success, what is patience, what is hard working, what is dedication. So I
Yes.
think these quality I learned in that
Mm-hmm.
preparation of like these years, that is very important, and that cannot be learned with the help of anything, that you cannot learn by spending money. So
Absolutely.
but
Yes.
this helped me after the preparation. I
Mm-hmm.
got to know, because in my preparation, I was the preparation journey was very tiring,
Mm, mm,
and what I used to do, I used to read motivational book. I used to read autobiography of people. I used to watch movies like on the real stories.
mhm,
So that keep me motivated. My mindset was not that I saw many my friend seniors that after giving 5 or 6 attempts, 8 attempts, they just exhausted and they just got negative. That if I could not clear the UPSC exam, I cannot do anything. They
mhm.
still have their mindset, but with God grace and with friends support, I just keep motivating to myself. I just read biography, so I figure out that every successful person have a lot of failures. So don't take failure as your negativity, just take it as a positive, that if you bear that storm, you can do anything in the life.
Absolutely. Yeah, definitely. I totally agree with you. Like, those years have, it prepared you for what coming next in the life. It prepared you, it taught you, like you said, it taught you patience, it taught you what hard work is, how to be consistent with your effort, how to keep yourself motivated even though things were not going your way. So that's the biggest lessons one could learn from those attempts. I wouldn't say it a failure, I would say those were attempts, those were your learning journey. You were on a learning journey and you learned a lot at the end of it. So I think it was
Exactly.
time well spent, and good that you don't have any regrets. If you would have any regrets, then there would have been a different story, right? Because you don't have any
Obviously.
regrets, you have learned a lot of things from that journey. So that's what important is. If you wouldn't have attempted those many attempts, or if you wouldn't have spent so many years, let's say even after your first attempt, you had quitted the like the preparation and you have moved to a different sector, you might have some regrets now, right? You might have been thinking, okay, maybe I should have given a couple of more attempts. Maybe things would have been changed, then you would have different sorts of
Exactly.
regrets. So it's good that you gave your 100%, you fought till the end, and even after that things were not going your way, you decided not to quit because you chose a field. Okay, it did not work out for you, maybe the timing was not right. Okay, but then you did not give up, you started something from scratch again and you entered into that field, and we'll talk a lot about that journey as well. So
Yeah.
you said you
Sure.
talk to a lot of people, you talk to your friends about which field is suitable for you, and you entered into cloud computing. So, like, what are other alternatives have you tried? Like, have you tried
Yeah.
getting into development or any other fields in IT as well?
I just talked to my friends and my brother's friend. He was also did BTech with civil CS branch, computer
Okay.
science, and that time he was working in cloud. And so I just talked to him. He suggested there are too many things like development are there and
Mm-hmm.
operations are there, testing are there. But I just got fascinated with the cloud computing because I also studied that in my UPSC, because in UPSC exam there's a science subject also, so where you have to study like recent development, okay,
Mm-hmm.
recent technology which is coming. So we used to study like cloud computing, AI inventions, and these kind of things. So I got interest in that field.
Mm-hmm.
So I
Okay.
started, I thought, okay, this can be a good area to
Okay.
work on that.
And you said you started with Azure with AZ900 certification. Okay,
Yeah.
that's good.
Yeah.
So while you were on this journey, what motivated you to keep going? Okay, you mentioned like you were reading a lot of books, autobiographies, and motivational books
Yeah.
and so on. Other than that, what support
Yeah.
did you get from someone close to you, or what else kept you motivated that yes, I need to keep going no matter what?
So before talking about motivation, I just reminding some one or two story. Like there are too many stories for my preparation time,
Hmm.
and I would like to share two stories, small
Sure. Yeah.
stories. Like the craziness of the UPSC exam was that at that level of my, like, mostly people have at that age girlfriend or boyfriend, but I used to think my girlfriend as are my books. Okay.
Okay.
And I have remember like in 2020 or 2019, like 14 February was there, so mostly people just used to propose to girlfriend or boyfriend. But
Mm-hmm.
what I did after getting clear in the ISPC's exam, and officers just go to the Mussoorie, Uttarakhand. So there is a academy, Lal Bahadur Shastri Academy,
Mm-hmm.
where IS officers they have to train for 1 year after getting
Okay.
clear. Okay,
Okay.
so most of the people just put that sticker of that Lavasana Academy in the wall. So I also just paste that one day I have to clear exam and I have to go to this academy for one
Mm-hmm.
year. Okay,
Okay.
so at 14 February and this 2019 or 2020,
Mm.
so me and my friend just go from Delhi to Mussoorie with bike.
Okay.
And at 14 February, I was standing in front of that Lal Bahadur Shastri Academy
Just
just to show
get the
my
feel.
love
Yeah.
towards,
Okay. Yes.
yeah, get the feel that the
Mm.
craziness was at, up to
Mm.
that level.
Yes.
And guard were not allowed us because
Mm.
only officers can enter or
Mm.
relatives can enter. But we took some photos and we sit there and
Mm.
things that one day I will come that
Mm-hmm.
place.
Okay.
And was the story. And one more story is that in COVID time, second COVID time, when I
Mm.
was preparing for state PCS. Okay,
Mm.
so that time like government announced that all the gathering, like all the library institute will remain closed in the night, but during day they was allowed,
Mm-hmm.
and like 8 a.m. to 6 p.m.
Okay.
libraries were allowed. And I was
Mm.
the person, I was the night owl at that time. I used to study in the night because of the peace and
Mm-hmm.
silent environment. So I used to go in the library,
Mm.
and that time library was closed in the night. So me and one of my friend who was studying with me, Puneet, he's one of my best friend. So
Mm-hmm.
we just discussed to the owner of the library that please bhaiya, allow me in the night because my this is my last exam and too much things are there, so please allow us. We just did whatever we want. So he allowed and he said, okay, just take the key of library,
Mm-hmm.
and you don't have to switch on the all the lights. Just switch on one light only where you
Okay.
will sit. And so we used to study in the night, and we locked the library in the night, and again in the morning we used to open the library. So
Mm-hmm.
that kind of things. Again, whole night only two students were reading in the night,
Mm-hmm.
where people used to study 50, 60, but two
Mm-hmm.
students were there, but that
Mm-hmm.
craziness was there.
That's great. That's great to know. So it's like you don't need the motivation when you are in love with something, right? So you fell in love with
Exactly.
the UPSC. You saw that yes, this is what I need to do, and no matter what it takes, I have to do it. See, the results are
Yeah.
not in your hand, right? But the preparation was in your hand, and you made sure that I was not falling behind in the preparation. You made sure that I do whatever it takes, how many hours I have to do, like day night, and whatever it needs to be done, you did that. So that's important, right? Results are not in your hand, so like we cannot do anything about it, right?
Exactly, exactly. And like I used to say, many people like currently what in my mind that don't think too much about your like output. Just you
Yes.
have to focus on input. If you want
Yes.
to take worry, just take worry for the inputs. If you have goal for the day,
Mm-hmm.
just worry for that day. Like
Yes.
why I am not unable to do that task. Don't
Mm.
think too much about like what will happen after doing this, because there is saying that people suffer more in imaginations, right?
Yes.
So
Yes.
just I used to worry, I used to focus more on input. And
Mm.
currently what that I learned, that I keep going, that I am working on like what I can do, that I will worry only that.
Mm-hmm. Yes, definitely. So, yes, there was a great experience that you have shared with all of us. Now, let's talk about your journey into DevOps. So, you said you started with AZ 900, you cleared the certification in a couple of months of preparation. What next?
Yeah.
How did you got your first job? Walk us through that.
For that, like I prepare for the certification, I cleared certification. And that time like I was exploring other things, YouTube, and I was started just attending. I got to know that meetups are there, technical meetups,
Mm-hmm.
conferences are there.
Mm-hmm.
So I started attending that. Said I thought what I can learn from the speaker who are
Mm-hmm.
there, what I can do. Like college going out, people are just learning, doing
Mhm.
that
Mhm.
kind of stuff. So I thought, why not try this also? So I
Mhm.
started that, and I was exploring some other study material on YouTube also.
Mhm.
Okay, so I saw many people, technical people are there, like Sayam Pathak. I saw his video
Mhm.
that cloud computing and
Mhm.
DevOps related. Then I got to know about DevOps after clearing that certificate. I didn't have an idea what is
Mhm.
DevOps, but
Yes.
after that, I many people just on YouTube were saying that DevOps job,
Mhm.
you can get
Mhm.
this and that after that.
Mhm.
So I got to know about Sayam Pathak, who talked about DevOps, and many other YouTuber was there, like
Mhm.
Kunal Kushwa was there.
Mhm.
I got, and after some time, I also got your YouTube channel where a lot of content is there for
Mhm.
cloud engineer and
Mhm.
DevOps things.
Mhm.
So these are the resources where I just learn. And one more good thing happened at that time. When I saw the YouTube channel, I saw their descriptions. So I saw their Twitter ID. Okay, so I connected with them, I follow with them. And before that, I thought that Twitter is only for politicians
Mhm.
or actor, actress to showcase their things, right? So that was my mind.
Yes.
But I thought, okay, I made a new ID of Twitter, and now currently it is X. Okay, so I just followed only tech people.
Mhm.
So how I get this idea? I was attending a conference in Delhi. So one person just told me, just follow technical people on the Twitter,
Mhm.
on LinkedIn. So
Yep.
I just followed only tech people. So I have made a list of 10 people just pasted on my wall, that
Mhm.
these are the people I will follow. So I can tell some 5 6 name also to whom I followed in the starting, like Sayam Pathak, Kunal Kushwa, and after some time I got to know about you also, that I was watching your video, and Rishabh Kumar, he is working as a right, he is staying in Canada,
Yes.
and 2 3 people are also there. So I learned a lot from these people,
Mhm.
because most of the time they used to share something
Mhm.
cloud computing or DevOps related stuff. So I used to, and I attended Twitter Spaces. I asked question to them. So I
Mhm.
learned in this because I didn't have background of CS or IT.
True.
I have zero knowledge. So I just learned with the help of these things only.
Okay, awesome. Amazing, amazing. Thanks for sharing this as well, like how you started. So, you started, you connected with people, you did the networking, you attended some conferences, some offline meetups, and then you also went into online Twitter spaces and asked your questions. You studied from YouTube videos, tutorials, and so on. So, then how did you apply for your first job, like, and like
Yeah.
what was the strategy behind it?
So at that time, I was just I got to know that if you are working on your like brand, that kind of thing. So I thought, okay, what was I am learning. I was just sharing on Twitter, and I was sharing on LinkedIn.
Mm-hmm.
So so this help in referrals. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
and there are 2 3, like 1 2 platform are there. So LinkedIn is that there. So I used to search on LinkedIn that what jobs are there. So I
Mm-hmm.
used to study like reverse engineering. Okay, these kind of skills are required. So I used to work on that.
Mm-hmm.
And Naukri.com is also there. I applied for on that also. And third is referrals with the help of marketing and study. So most of the time, LinkedIn and referrals work for me. So
Okay.
many people just reached out to me after seeing my post on Twitter and LinkedIn. So they just asked to me that if you want to work and that. So I just got chance, and I applied many jobs from the LinkedIn, but it didn't work. I just
any
gave
any
interview, but
any rough idea, rough numbers, how many jobs you had applied at that time?
total, if I can say, like before getting job, more than like 50 to 100 I applied. And
Okay.
it was like totally surprising that I applied when I was not getting. I was applying for many like related jobs like
Yep.
testing,
Mm-hmm.
okay, development, Python developer, because I was studying a little bit so that I can get job.
Mm-hmm.
So I gave interview of testing. I gave interview of Python developer,
Mm-hmm.
and people used to say like you are not for that. And some people are just saying that you don't have the uh, craziness or the that kind of things for exam. That I thought, okay, in 30
Mm-hmm.
minutes or 20 minutes, what I can show how much power I have.
Okay. Okay.
Right.
Uh-huh.
So this happens, and I have remember that in one there was an interview of MNC that was
Mm,
a very good company,
mm,
and so I gave interview of that also with the help of referral again. So I cleared one round, and second round they just sent me the that 2 year roadmap, like this will be your salary for 6 months and increment again 6 months and for 2 years, and there is a bond of 2 years. Okay, I
mm.
thought okay, I will maintain that bond. So but everything was clear. Then after that I didn't call for joining letter. Then I thought what happened, what goes wrong. Then they said that after some time they replied that you have a gap after college. So we were looking at college pass out, just fresher.
Okay.
So
Okay.
I thought again this gap, like they could not understand. So this kind of thing happened.
No, actually, sometimes what happens is it's not you, it's them. You know,
Yeah,
the if they rejected you based on the year gap, they would have done it before the interview. They shouldn't even have selected your resume, right? Because it was already there in the resume. But
exactly.
they did that. They might have gotten someone experienced that than you, or they might have some budget issues, or they might have some other issues, and they didn't want to disclose it to you because it might feel bad, you know. So at that time they
Exactly.
gave these excuses. So that's all right, that happens. Okay, so what next? Like, how did you get your first job then?
Yeah, so the things were going like that. I was applying and getting rejections in the job. So I got one more chance, like with the help of referrals, that there is a
Okay.
requirement in the National Informatics Center where current I am working.
Mm-hmm.
But so I went there, and so they allowed me for the, like they took interview and all that. Most of the time they asked about UPSC preparation, because officers were there. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
so they know about the UPSC exam, so they just ask like why you quit civil service and preparation, and why you want to come in the IT sector, this sector. So
Mm-hmm.
they just want to check my mindset, that if I cannot, like, will I quit the job and again prepare for the exam, or side by side I will prepare. So they just want to check. So I replied that, oh, okay, I have done my couple of years and I have totally 100% satisfaction. I give my 100 200%. Now it didn't work, but I want to change my field
Okay.
and I want to work in this field. So
Man has to pay
he
his
got
bills.
impressed.
A man has to
Exactly.
pay his bills.
Exactly.
Yes.
Right, right. So he impressed, and he thought he also asked a couple of questions initiative,
Mm-hmm.
and that he okay, that you can go with that.
Mm-hmm.
And so I got internship there in for
Okay.
10 days,
Mm-hmm.
and then they said that we'll decide after 10 days that what
Mm-hmm.
we can do. So I did a 10 days internship, but after 10 days, they like my teammate just gave feedback that this is like good person, but very new for the IT sector. So they suggested to me that do a internship first, like do an internship like for 5 to 6 months, and then again you apply, or if there would be a requirement like that, then we will call you.
Okay.
So for after 10 days, so I also asked him to, like, where I can do internship, because I have don't much idea like what
Mm-hmm.
I can do. So they suggested me that Keenable Private Limited is a company in Noida where they take internship and all. So I applied for that and I got selected there.
Okay.
So like there I did internship, and that internship I want to tell that most people just say that don't do internship without pay. So that internship was unpaid. So I thought, okay, if I will sit in my room and I'm learning, but from the YouTube and other things, I may not get that feel which I can get in the organization. So I
Mm-hmm.
decided to take internship, unpaid internship. So I did. I used to go to the office at the 10 a.m. and 10 to 6 office time was there,
Okay.
and everything was going well also there. So I did very good things, because UPSC preparation and that dedication comes in my work.
Sure.
So in the very first month, I there was a marking system on the internship. So I get highest score in in my that 1 month. Okay, in
Mm-hmm.
everything like presentation and other things, and
Mm-hmm.
that. So they thought, okay, this is a unique person. So they just HR just told me that the company. owner want to talk to you because they just got my marks are good and I'm doing this kind of thing. So there was an interview again after 1 month of internship in that. So the owner, like CEO of that company, he just talked to me and just discussed about my, like, from starting to till now, like
Okay.
as I discussed with you. So he want to get my mindset, like what I did in the past.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so again I discussed all the my UPSC story and other things. So he
Mm-hmm.
thought you are very good person and you have like lot of capability, you can do a lot of things.
Mm-hmm.
So you will do so we will provide you a project. So you have to build a platform and directly report to me. So after 3 months, after 3 or 4 months, if you completely you can do that, you can get job from here only. So I
Mm-hmm.
was very happy that that positiveness, that okay, at least my efforts are going well. So I
Mm-hmm.
started work on that, and it took 3 4 months again. And like I completed my that project very well and everyone was satisfied there. And at that time again, God have some other plans. I was about to get job that in that company in that month.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, but I also got call from the again the previous company NIC.
Okay.
Okay, that there is a requirement if you are now
I remember
able
we
to
had
join.
this
Yeah,
discussion. I remember that now. Yes.
yeah, yeah.
Okay.
So then I thought, okay, that the good company, so I will go for that. Then
Mm.
I leave that existing internship and I started the job there.
Okay. So it's an government based organization, right? NIC India.
Yeah, it's a government based organization, but my job is not government, but it's a
Mm-hmm.
private job. Like they
Yes.
keep on ad hoc basis.
Mm-hmm.
It's for if anyone want to go in the National Informatics Center, so they take a exam that is
Okay.
conducted by NILET, and
Mm.
only CS, IT, and CS people they
Mm.
can give that exam. If you clear
Okay.
that exam, NILET,
Mm.
that is called scientist level exam for
Okay.
technical people. If you
Okay.
clear, and
Mm.
you will be the government officer there.
Okay, amazing. That's great to know your journey of how you got your first job. See, whether you should go for paid internship or unpaid internship, it's quite a subjective question, right? It depends. Like
Right.
I personally believe it totally depends upon the situation of the person. Like the situation that you were in, you just needed some experience, and doesn't matter whether they were paying you or not, right? You just needed some experience, some hands-on work, some real-time production knowledge, and that's all you needed to level up in your career and get into an actual job that pays. So I mean, for a long-term goal, these short-term sacrifices are sometimes justified. That's my personal opinion. I mean, some other person watching this video might have some other opinion, but this is my personal opinion. So there is nothing wrong with going with the unpaid internship if the situation demands that, if you are in that situation.
Exactly, exactly. Like, see, people have different kind of things, right? So some people can be from the CS background. They
Hmm.
they don't have that kind of unpaid. They will think, okay, I have knowledge of all the things and why I
Hmm.
will do. So that is
Yes.
also true for that kind of things. But
Hmm.
many people who don't have that kind of background,
Hmm.
but in this organization, I in this sector, I feel that there is a important thing that is skill.
Hmm.
Okay, so skill that matter. Either you can get skill by your learning by your own self with the help of college or
Hmm.
anywhere. So
Hmm.
that matters. And if you will go for the interview, they
Hmm.
will check your skill set. Okay,
Hmm.
it doesn't matter. Again, I'm saying it doesn't matter. Like if you are college going out, if you are college passed out,
Hmm.
if you have a gap of like 5 year, 2 year,
Hmm.
skill matters. If you have skills, you are welcome.
Hmm.
And
Yeah.
how you can justify that skills, just build project. Okay, write blogs and showcase your skills. The project are the best way to showcase your skills. And I have remember when I was also learning that you started that project on your cloud ops community, right?
Hmm.
So that was a very amazing initiative. Like you just most of the people on YouTube, they are just only sharing the lecture, like learn cloud computing, learn this tool, learn Jenkins, learn other like container, Docker, Kubernetes.
Hmm.
When you bring that initiative, just build the project. because when I was giving the interview, most of the interviewer just asking that have you made any project. Okay, you have knowledge, but have you made any project? But very less people were there who was just building project on the YouTube channel or somewhere else. But you bring that idea that okay, in the committee we will help people to build those projects. And I was very happy, and I also thought that in my committee, growing committee, we will do that kind of things either with collab of you or something else. But this is very good thing, and in future also it will work if people want to
Yes.
justify the skill set. Just build a project and showcase your
Yes.
skills.
Yes, definitely. I mean, I remember that series, like 10 weeks of Cloud Ops. So I
Yeah,
started that series, and then a lot of people have started implementing the project, and not just what instructions have been provided to them. They were adding a lot of additional things on top of that, and that helped them not just with the hands-on experience, but with interview preparation and everything, because everything they were doing on their own. The good thing was I just provided the instructions first. I did not provided them solutions, so they were doing all the research by themselves. They were helping each other, they were asking question, and they were building it. And at the end, after a month or so, then only I provided them a demo solution of the same, so whoever couldn't do that, so they can watch the video and try to implement the same. But again, see, these type of initiative happens, like I'm not the only one who does that. Many people does that. It just people don't follow these type of tutorials or videos much often. What they need is, I got 3 crore package, I got 3 crore remote job, or that's what people follow, or day in life videos. So that's what people follow these days. The actual hands of
exactly.
on work, because it takes a lot of time to do that. It takes a lot of time to even watch that video. Many of my videos are 1 hour plus long, 90 minutes, 2 hours. People don't watch short retention time these days. People don't watch these many videos. But then whoever implements those know the value behind it, right? Know the intention behind it, that yes, this is the only thing that will help. Just watching the video won't help. You have to practice it, you have to implement the project yourself, you have to break the things, then you have to fix the things. Then only you will be able to clear the interview. Because many a times in big tech, in many FANG companies, in big tech companies, they won't ask you how many projects have you built. They will ask you, tell me a time when you faced a difficult issue, what was the situation and how did you fix it. So if you have not implemented anything by yourself, if you have just watched the video, and most of the times it works in the video, if you have not done it by yourself, if you have not broken anything, if you have not encountered any issue, then how would you explain that in the interview will just he or she will catch it, right? That yes, you have just watched the videos and that's it, you haven't done anything. So it's important to do all the hard work by yourself, not just follow someone. That's good that
Exactly.
things worked out for you and you have built
And I,
the.
I want to include
Hmm.
one thing in that your
Sure.
sentence that like for fresher, I want to tell that if anyone is fresher,
Hmm.
they just justify with the help with those project. But if anyone who is working in the sector again, like for 1 year, 2 year, or in different, like if anyone is working in the system admin work and he want to switch in DevOps or cloud something, okay,
Hmm.
then at that time you have to justify your whatever the knowledge, whatever the working, whatever the hands-on you have done.
Hmm.
So you have to be prepared with that, because interview, you said very well that interview get to know in 1 minute.
Yes.
Either you are just speaking with the experience or
Hmm.
with the help of like you watched something.
Hmm.
So at that time they will give you the scenario, like if this happened, how you will troubleshoot.
Correct.
So if anyone is working, though, they have to prepare with that, like troubleshooting all the things, then that
Hmm.
that can be justify the things. Then only you can show that you can showcase you have skills,
Yes,
right?
definitely.
So only watching videos are not work. Just you have to
Yes,
do
it
the
won't
hands-on
work.
also.
True. Okay. So you mentioned about, like, because you had a long gap of 10, 11 years, right? How did you justify that gap in the interview? And did it really hinder in the interview process, or because of that you think you were not getting a lot of calls? Anything like that happen?
Yeah, in the starting it was difficult, very difficult. Like many of the time I got interview calls, but I could not like get there
Mm.
because
Mm.
of the uh, short of knowledge, and because I was just learning at that time. I did cloud computing certificate, but I found after that time that only one certification is not sufficient. So I explore other things also. I got to know
Even
about
10,
DevOps.
like,
So
let me tell you
yeah,
this, sorry to interrupt you, but I have to
yeah,
add this point. Even 10 certification would not be sufficient if you don't do the hands on. So whoever watching this video and think I have done this certification or I'm planning to this certification, will I get the job? The answer is no. Only certification won't help you get a job, and I can give this in writing. You have to do hands on, you have to do all the dirty work, you have to get your hands dirty, only then you can think about certification. Only, okay, maybe that's a topic for another day. I have a separate video about certification and my thoughts on that, but for now I will just say this, that certification alone won't help you get the job. Please continue. Sorry to
yeah.
interrupt you.
Along with certification you have to do hands-on, you have to build project, and many things are there. So I realized that only certification cannot help. Then I explored more on YouTube. Only like YouTube and meetups are the only sources for me,
Mhm.
and Twitter I ask questions openly by tagging some people like what else I can do. and
Mhm.
and many people, other people are doing, like they were learning, they were sharing the blogs, like this kind of things I did. So I explored other tools also, like Jenkins and Docker containers, and like I started study with that also, and started making small project. And I also got help from your project, like I made one or two projects from your that cloud ops 10 weeks of challenges, and that worked for me. Because most of the time in interview I was fresher, so I was asked that have you did any project, have you did,
Mhm.
so that kind of things was happening.
Yes. Proof of work is really important, because
Yeah,
if you are an experienced professional, then your previous work experience is your proof of work. But if you are someone who's trying to get into the industry, or someone who don't have any tech related background and never worked in IT before, then you have to have some proof of work, something that you have done by yourself, not just copied from some GitHub repo, not just after watching some videos, right?
right.
You have to do the work yourself. So that's
Right.
important.
People can take help from the others. Like if they just saw any project which is on
Hmm.
GitHub, just
Hmm.
just take help, read,
Yes.
understand, and build by yourself. Do
Yes,
your hands dirty.
but then that's also not sufficient. You have to add something on top of it, right? If you are watching a
Right.
video, let's say there is a video about demo of three-tier architecture, okay? Three-tier architecture on AWS or Azure. Now, the video that you have watched, in that the person did the manual setup of everything. Now, what value can you add on top of that so that your project will stand out? You can think of, like, the video that I've watched, it was a manual provisioning of infrastructure. Can I automate everything using Terraform? Do that. If you can do that, then take it to the next level. Can I do the automated deployment of the application using CI/CD pipeline? Do that. So whatever value you add to the existing project, that will help you big time, because now that's your original work. It's not copied from somewhere. You took the inspiration from somewhere, and then you added some value on top of it. So that's helpful. Let's talk about your current working experience. So what is your day to day job responsibilities? What do you do as a DevOps engineer?
Right, right. So currently, I am working, like my day to day routine is that I do like application monitoring.
Mhm.
Okay, in National Informatics Center, I am working on the e-transport project. Okay, so like for the Central India, like many applications are there related to the transport, like Parivahan and
Mhm.
Parivahan. Okay,
Mhm.
traffic and pollution under control. So
Okay.
these kind of applications are there. So I used to do monitoring, application monitoring, and deployment that can be like manual or automated with the help of Jenkins. And
Mhm.
I do generally like analyzation of logs and log rotations are coming or not for the
Mhm.
applications. If
Mhm.
they are not coming, just I inform to other people, and developers inform me that okay, Akshay, the logs are not coming since that time or something, that we do troubleshooting. And troubleshooting is the main important part on the day-to-day basis. If something happen like in deployment failure and other things, then
Mhm.
we
Yep.
just check out the things.
Mhm.
And the last, like coordination among the developers and the operation team.
Mhm.
So these are the things we do on the daily basis.
Okay, okay, amazing. So you mentioned you are using Jenkins as your CI/CD tool. Along with that, what other tools are you using?
Yeah, so for that, like for monitoring, talk about monitoring. So for monitoring, we are using Grafana and Prometheus and Javix. Javix is also a tool. Many
Mhm.
people just may not know about that.
Mhm.
And for CI/CD pipeline, we use Jenkins, and containerization, we use Podman and Docker,
Okay, okay,
and we use Tomcat Apache Web Server. And apart from that, like recently my like teams just started shifting the application on the Kubernetes deployment, so started Kubernetes also.
okay. Awesome. That's great to know that now government organizations are also migrating to Kubernetes. That's a good sign. Usually,
Right,
that's a good sign because usually, these companies are the last ones to go into something that is complex, that is something that they have never done it before, right? So that's good to know. Now let's talk about like how do you upskill yourself? Like how do you keep yourself up to date, because you spend a lot of time with the preparation first, then to get your first DevOps job as an intern, then as a full-time employee at NIC India. Now how do you make sure that you keep upskilling yourself so that whatever comes next you are ready for it?
right. So again, like there are two kind of things when anyone who is starting the job, they only need a basic level of understanding, right, so that they can start. But after when you are, and again I'm saying, if anyone is fresher or just want to switch, just want to start the career, you
Hmm.
don't have to know all the c, okay,
Hmm.
don't need to understand all the tools and technology, but you have to idea about how it work and basic project and all, because it depends on company to company, organization to organization, like what tools and technologies they are using.
Hmm.
Okay, so if they are not using the Kubernetes and you have idea, or you are just doing certification of Kubernetes, then it will not work at that time. Okay, so just understand which company required what. So at the starting level it's fine, if you enter in the system, enter in the job, then it's fine. Then again, what tools they are using, that company, just analyze like what tools are, like I prepared, I just have knowledge of Docker
Hmm.
example, but in my current organization they was using Podman.
Hmm.
Okay, so I thought, okay, that is also similar to the Docker.
Hmm.
So I just prepare with that and do hands-on and all.
Hmm.
So in this case, you have to work. You have to just learn like what tools and technology they are using. So it is the continuous process. Yeah, when you will change the company, they may use different
Hmm.
tools.
Hmm.
So you have to keep going on, keep learning the skill set. Like currently, I'm telling my organization is shifting the application
Hmm.
Kubernetes. So
Hmm.
currently I'm learning Kubernetes. Okay, before that I don't have, and I'm exploring your videos and that series of Kubernetes, and
Okay.
also like documentation part. So this, in this way I am
Hmm.
upskilling my skills,
Hmm.
and in the future I will shift or whatever. I will keep skilling myself.
That's great to know, and this is an important lesson to everyone as well. Like you got a job, right? That doesn't mean that you should stop learning now. That gives you more reason
Exactly.
to keep yourself upskilled, keep yourself up to date with the market, and keep learning for whatever comes next, because in this market nowadays no job is safe, and that's a fact. This is
Right.
not my opinion, this is not what I think, this is a fact, and you can see it everywhere. Like whether it's a startup, whether it's a small scale company or a FANG company, or any level of company that you are working with, no job is safe. And the best time to prepare for the job is before you get the layoff. You have to keep yourself up to date with the market, you have to keep upskilling, and you have to be prepared for what's coming next. You should always
Right.
be prepared to give the interview, because you never know when you need it you know So it's better
exactly.
to, there is a saying, what they say is, the more you bleed in the practice, the less you bleed in the war, something like that.
Right, right.
So it's
Yeah,
it's the same thing over here as well, right? So, and
exactly.
the important lesson that I would want to highlight over here is, there are people that would say DevOps is not for fresher. And even now, after discussing your story and everything around it, even though many people will come and say that DevOps is not for freshers, so to them, I would just want to say, like, if Akshay can do it, you can also do it. Akshay had 10 years of gap. You probably just have been passed out of college right now. So how can you say it's not for freshers? People will say there are no jobs for fresher in DevOps. So Akshay is an example. I have recently done podcast with Harsh. He's an example. He's into his third year. He just graduated, but he got the job when he
Graduated.
was in third year, right? And then I have few more upcoming podcasts with some freshers who got into DevOps particularly. So if these people can do that, these people are able to find the job, why can't you? And don't blame it on market. Maybe you're not doing something that they have done. Maybe you're not applying enough. Maybe you're not upskilling yourself enough. Maybe you're not working on your resume. Maybe you are spending too much time on social media. So it's time that
Right,
you do the self analyzation. It's time that you look into yourself and see what it is that you are missing. Okay. And yes, it is
exactly.
hard for fresher to get into DevOps, but if it is easy, then everyone would have gotten into, right? But that's all right.
Yeah,
I think we have covered the point. So yes,
exactly.
I would say, like, whoever
So
says that DevOps is not fresher, I will just give your example to them. And also I will share, do you mind if I share all your social etc in the
yeah,
description of
sure,
this
sure.
video?
You can
Okay,
share
so
my
I will
social
also
LinkedIn.
share your community link as well. So if I'm not sure if we have talked up enough about it. So Akshay has a community called Growing Community, which is an online community of like-minded people. It's not focused on DevOps or cloud, but many professionals are there from the same field, and many developers are also there. And they meet once a week, I believe, on Sunday. And
Yeah,
if
yeah.
yeah, so I mean, I'll let you talk about it a little.
Yeah, yeah. So, like in lastly, I will tell a story of that also in 1 or 2 minutes.
Hmm.
So that was an interesting story how I started the growing community when I was preparing for this certification. So
Hmm.
at that time, I was exploring things like wherever I can learn. I was exploring stuff. I was attending event. I was attending meetups which are organizing in Delhi
Hmm.
and taking part help from the YouTube, Twitter. So I got to know about these technical communities. So there were some technical communities. So I got okay, I attended their online sessions. So many like-minded people were discussing good stuff about tech. Okay,
Okay.
I thought okay, this is the very good things, like people are there helping each other. So I got very help from that also. And after some time I thought that if I would be at position that I can start like a small group or committee like of things where we can study, we can do stuff well, we can build project together, so it would be great. And after that, after some time, by god grace, I make a small group of friends, online friends, Twitter friends only. Okay, so and we discussed and started a small group to study together. And it was very amazing things that I made a page on Twitter like growing committee. And at that time I was totally very active on the Twitter. I was used to sharing my learning, whatever I am doing.
Hmm.
Whenever I'm watching a video, I used to share on Twitter so that other people can also learn.
Hmm.
Okay, so with the help of that, I just launched a page on Twitter, that growing committee we are going to start. And this is the page, and within 24 hours, like within one day, there was 100 plus follower on that. So it was a very good, like I we got these kind of groups that is like-minded people. So
Hmm.
in that way, growing community started. And when people are just following the page and many things are happening, I was getting too much messages that where we can talk, we can discuss. Then I
Hmm.
thought okay, there would be something where the platform where we can discuss things. So I talked to my friends. Then Imran is also one of them.
mm,
Then I talked to him. Then he came to me that we can work together. And many people just came and started working voluntarily with me. So we took a Discord server. Okay,
mm,
so we make a platform, and we started weekly sessions like on Sunday for 1 hour.
mm,
So we just started, and many the impact was that like many people, not for only India, many people from apart from the India, they also just joined and they shared, and the motive was that so we will learn together, we will grow together, we will build together. So
mm,
many people, either they are fresher, they are working, they
mm,
are just looking job, switching job, they just came to platform, they were sharing the journey, they were also helping to each other,
mm,
explaining like Guru Raghupati Murthy. It would not be finished the podcast to without taking his name. He helped me a lot. He met me. He's staying in London, but met me through Twitter and LinkedIn only. And he used to, now currently he's my good friend and mentor also. So
mm,
he used to guide me, and he used to come on the weekly calls. He used to like series experience, and in this way the community grows. Like 1,000 people are there, like currently 2,000, around 2,000 peoples are there.
mm.
And we also just held a offline meetup in Delhi, where you were
Yeah.
also there with help
Yeah,
of you.
that's how we met. Like we met on
Yeah.
Twitter, and then through growing community, I joined your community, and then we with the joint collaboration of these two communities, we did an offline meetup in Delhi. I guess 2 years back.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, yeah, exactly.
yeah.
So
Okay,
that
yeah,
was
that's
totally like changed the life. Okay, i
and
didn't i didn't dream that it can happen.
yes, and it helped you, right? The
Totally.
managing the community and bringing everyone together. It helped you a lot in your professional and your personal career
Lot.
as well, right? So
Exactly.
I also got the inspiration from you. Like I have to mention this as well. Like when I joined your community, I found out that this is quite a good platform to help each other, right? So I thought, why don't I also start something similar to this, but just focused on cloud and DevOps, so that people from my YouTube channel, and like everyone else is also welcome, but people from my YouTube channel, whenever they face any issue in implementing a project, it is hard to help them over the comment section.
Right.
They have to share logs, screenshots, and lot of other stuff. It's impossible to do that over comment section. So what if there was a central place where we can share all those things and we can do a interactive communication? So that's when I talked to you, and you walked me through everything about the community and how to create. And then Devarshi helped me set up the
Yeah.
server, and now we also have 5,000 plus members. So it was a great step that I took with your help. And it's because we never really did the networking. We never really thought of what that person can give to me. We both of us and whoever joined us, we always thought what we can bring to the table, what we can do to the community, how we can help others. That was our intention, and that's why the end results, it ended up helping every one of us. So there is no one to lose, and it was all free. Anyone is still welcome to
Yeah.
join, anyone. And there are people who are sharing all their queries, all the problems that they are facing, and there are other people who are helping them. So it's a joint effort with the community, for the community, and I'm glad that we met through this amazing platform and we collaborated on so many occasions. This podcast was pending for so long, and
Yeah.
now this week I have taken the initiative that I will finish all the podcast, all the people that I have interacted with in past few years, and I have personally watched their journey, personally aware of their journey. I think it is the best time that I should share it with wider audience, so that people can also learn from it. Because there'll be so many people out there who will tell you that DevOps is not for fresher, but based on what they say, they will not mention that. Maybe they are someone who couldn't get into DevOps as a fresher, or maybe there are some influencer because they think posting this would give them reach, or they are some people who don't even have a connection with the DevOps. They are working on some XYZ job. So it's important to share the first hand experience of someone who's a fresher and got into DevOps. And even better than that, someone who had 10 years of career gap as a fresher and then got into DevOps. So if you want to learn from someone who did that, not from someone who just heard that from somewhere, right? So that's why I think this podcast is quite important and everyone would have learned something out of it. So once again, I wish like this wouldn't have ended, but we have to end it somewhere. So I think this is a good time to end it. Thank you so much, Akshay, for giving out your time and sharing all the amazing stories, all the good stuff, everything that you have gone through. And I wish you all the best for your future career. And we'll keep in touch, we'll keep collaborating. And I wish you all the best for your community and for your professional journey as well. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Pius, for inviting me. And it was first time I would say that I shared my UPSC journey because I didn't talk about that. And that is very inspirational and motivational for many people, many folks who are struggling
Hmm.
in their life. So I think they will learn a lot from that. That only in the last, I will say two lines only. Nothing is impossible. If your dedication are there, if your willingness is there, you can do anything. No one can stop you. Hurdles will be there in early, like challenges will be there in the journey,
Hmm.
but no one can stop you. If you have
Absolutely.
growth mindset, if you have positive mindset that I can do it, you can do it.
Okay, awesome. Thank you so much, Akshay. Thank you once again. And I wish you have a good day. Take care. Bye.
Okay, bye bye.